Sophia here. Welcome back to my Etsy shop, Frenchy and Tubby. I took the week off last week because it was Thanksgiving. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrated with your family and had plenty of rest. I sure did, but we are back into business. 7 items today going into the shop, plus 2 articles of very vintage jewelry. I think I have a little bit of everything. There's porcelain, china, crystal, glass, pottery. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get started. First item going into the shop tomorrow, Friday, December 5th. It's already almost Christmas. Can you believe it? December 5th, Friday, tomorrow at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. First item is, you recognized it, and I think I featured it before in my thrift with me. This is Lenox Butterfly Meadow, and this is the largest vase they ever did. So look at this 3D butterfly. It's in superb condition. Beautiful transferware pattern with flowers, and then we got butterflies. There's a little ladybug right here. There's a bumblebee right here. It's a footed vase. It's very nice, very nicely made. And then there's a peekaboo bee right here. It's in almost brand new condition. It's been used, I know that, because there's a little bit of staining all the way at the bottom that I tried to remove and wasn't able to, but nobody looks inside the vases, right? So this would make a beautiful Christmas gift for somebody in your family or a friend or whoever's on your list who either loves that kind of stuff or already has some butterfly meadow. So they may have the china, but they do not have the vase. It's really cool, really pretty, very delicate, very elegant. It's nice. I think it's very nice. It's porcelain by Lenox, and here's the signature at the bottom right here, Butterfly Meadow, Lenox. And the lady who designed it is Laura Lawyer, I think. I'm not sure. I'll put the name right here. You'll recognize it. So Butterfly Meadow. This is a very tall vase. It is, I believe, 10.5. It's 10.5 tall by 5 wide. So that's vase number 1. I have another one coming up. I might as well do it now. That one, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to discount it. Not unfortunately for you, but for me. This is a massive. It is so heavy. It is so big. It's a Cristal Dark Durand, and the pattern, look at this. Look at this vase. The pattern is called Combourg, I think. Let me check my little notes. Yeah, Combourg. C-O-M-B-O-U-R-G. It's by Durand, the designer who worked with Cristal Dark for many, many years. This one is from the 1990s. The pattern has been discontinued a long time ago, but they had everything in this pattern. They did the glassware, the stemware, the vases, the bowls, you name it. So it's got a lot of movement. It's a modern vase. Do you see the tulip shape on top? Very, very nice. So you're gonna say, well, Sophia, why are you discounting it? It's a beautiful vase. Well, I'll tell you why. Because I think the person who had it, instead of standing it, was keeping it horizontal. And I don't know if you can see. I'll try. Okay, right here, do you see it? This is like, it's a scratch. Okay, there's a little bit of scratching right here. It's not a flea bite, it's not a poke, it's just a scratch. And I really think it's because the vase was kept flat like this, which somewhat makes sense. It's a tall vase, not everybody has the shelf space for it. Otherwise, that's really all there is. So I'm gonna discount it a little bit because it's not perfect, but look at this vase. Cristal Dark. Guys, this is really heavy, all right? You know what? Let me weigh it now because I have my scale right here. 7 pounds, 7 ounces of crystal. That's what you're getting in this vase. It's beautiful. It's really neat. It's very modern, but it still has the old-fashioned cuts, the crisscross diamond pattern right here. Look at that. Tall vase. And it's a little bit flared, so you can put some tall canes, roses, gladiolis, irises. It would look beautiful in this. Look at that. What do you think of this vase? I think it's beautiful. Okay, when I come back, we're moving on to pottery. So here's another one that I featured in a thrift with me. Baba Yaga. She was designed by R.J. Drinkwater in the 70s, and they kept making her from the 70s to the 80s. Some of you probably remember her from your grandparents' kitchen. She used to, or is, called the kitchen witch. There's two big holes right here. It is to hold your big wooden spoons. And of course, me being as prepared as usual, I did not bring my spoons, to be honest, because they don't look new. Okay, and it would look kind of crummy. I'm gonna try something else. Okay, imagine this is a soup spoon. Okay, so that's what it would look like. You put one here and one here. This is a brush I used to clean jewelry. She's really cool. She's entirely made of pottery. Obviously, she's a Russian old lady. Okay, but I guess with the nose, that's what people called the kitchen witch. In perfect condition. She's from the either 70s or 80s. And again, she was a staple in people's kitchen. Okay, she's not signed, but I think she's awesome. Yeah, Baba Yaga is her name. I didn't know she had an actual name. I always called them kitchen witch. Now, I see them at the thrift store, and invariably there's either chips right here because people put metal spoons instead of wooden spoons, or the nose is broken and has been repaired, or it's missing altogether. This one, she's in perfect condition. So if you want a kitchen witch, you can't get any more kitsch than this. Okay, like it's not groovy, it's just kitsch. I think she's really, really cool. Here's the back, hand painted, very simple, nothing fancy. Okay, and again, you put your wooden spoons in there. Hey, you can't use it as a vase, but you could put, because you know there's a hole right here, but you could put dry foliage, right? Why not? You could do that, or fake flowers, fake foliage. I think she's cool. Okay, so that's pottery number one. Let me put that aside. Pottery number two is really cool, and I suspect would make absolutely great gift. Tonala pottery. I have never seen those before. I see Tonala pottery all the time. And it's always in poor shape, otherwise I would buy it. I always see animals, actual sculpted animals, or sometimes a pot, but I have never seen the salt and pepper shaker. So let me show them to you. Obviously, you know it's salt and pepper, okay, because dark, light, okay. And on one side, the birds are almost in flight, and on the other side the birds are at rest. It is signed Tonala Pottery, Mexico. One of them has a spider, the other one I'm not sure what it is, so I don't know what the symbols are. I should have done a bit more research. I'm not very familiar with Tonala pottery, I gotta be honest, but they are pottery, hand painted, from Mexico. Judging by the cork, I don't think they're vintage. I think they're more like current, probably 2000. They would make a really cool gift. It's not super expensive, but for somebody who maybe just got a new house, an apartment, why not? I think they're really cool. So here's a close-up. Well, if only it stayed in focus. Here's a close-up. Hand-painted bird. They have a little bit of a relief, like they were sculpted first, or engraved first, you see that? And then painted. Here's the side. Really cool. I think they're cool. They're unusual. That's what I like about them. They're really unusual. And then you really can't mess up salt, pepper. Sometimes you get salt and pepper shaker and you literally have to count the number of holes before if they're not transparent. So you can tell which is what. But this, foolproof, really neat. I think they make a great gift. And they would look great on a kitchen counter too, if you have the decor for it. Yeah, I like that. Tonala Mexican pottery. Okay, when I come back, we're moving into porcelain. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. Royal Albert, 1950s. Look at this green, lime green. It is called, are you ready for that? Because I had no idea they had this pattern. Laurentian Snowdrop. That's the flower. Laurentian Snowdrop by Royal Albert. It's a beautiful teacup in excellent condition. Look at this. All green, lime green with the little snowdrops that when I saw it from far away, I actually jumped up and down thinking that I had found Lily of the Valley, but no. And it's got gold accent, 24 karat gold accent, that's in excellent condition. Look at the handle. There's no fading on the gold. We are a little fluted. Beautiful shape. Look at the foot. So this is for my teacup collectors. It's on the smaller size in terms of teacup. I think that's more of a coffee cup if you ask me, but I like to drink a lot of tea, so I'm biased. But this is really, really pretty. 1950s Royal Albert. This is for my teacup collectors. Would also make a fantastic gift. Look at the pattern. So now, is it hand painted? I believe it is. I believe this is hand painted. Okay, Royal Albert doesn't hand paint anything anymore. So pretty. Very nice. Okay, so teacup. And on the subject of tea, another one I featured in a thrift with me. Okay, Indian Tree Sadler teapot, 1940s. I know this is the 40s because they changed the shape as they issued this particular pattern. So in the 40s, when they reissued the Indian tree pattern, this is the shape of the teapot that they had. It's a beautiful teapot in excellent condition. It's got some crazing, a little bit of crazing, because it's from the 40s. All right, so we got a little bit of crazing here. Look at the condition on the inside. Self-straining teapot. I have no call out. Other than crazing, there's no call out. It's beautiful. But wait. And if you remember the thrift with me video, you're going to remember what else I have. I have the teapot. I'm going to sell it as a set. Okay. And I have the matching creamer and open sugar bowl. Look at this. I love like it's a different pattern. We have the full Indian tree in the front and then a little recall in the back. Same thing. It's stamped Sadler, England at the bottom, and these are the 1940s shape for the open bowl. They did different sizes and different shape, and this is definitely the matching creamer because look at the handle. Same handle, you see that? So it's not like somebody had the teapot and later on acquired a different creamer and maybe a different set and to match the teapot. This came with it. Beautiful creamer and open sugar bowl, little bit of crazing. It's from the 40s. Okay, let's give it a break. I mean, seriously, it's 70 something years old. All right. And here's the teapot. Want to see the pattern a little bit closer? Indian tree is one of those patterns that's 18th century that has fallen into public domain. So there was a lot of companies that were doing Indian tree patterns over the years. Spode was one of them. Actually, I think Spode was the first one to do the pattern in excellent condition, aside from a little bit of crazing, which is expected. Again, I'll say it every time I sell a teapot, okay? you put a little bit of warm to hot water in your teapot before you pour your boiling water, okay? Otherwise you're gonna crack the glaze on the inside. And let me look at the glaze in here. It's not cracked. So whoever had it, I can see some staining, so it's been used. Whoever had it knew how to properly care for the teapot, okay? You want to warm the teapot first before you put your boiling water in, okay? Otherwise you're going to damage it. All right. When I come back, a large glass platter that I would absolutely keep, and if I was to keep it, I probably would look for more in that pattern. So it's a danger zone for me. It's got to go. I am selling it. Lancaster glass colony. Lancaster colony glass out of Pennsylvania, obviously. Look at this. This was called blue dogwood, and it's pretty old. I believe this is from the 50s, 60s actually, and it is a footed cake platter. Do you see the foot right here? So we know it's a cake platter, not a sandwich platter, because it is flat. All right, it's got a little bit of a lip, but look at the pattern. See, when I saw it, I thought this was like one of the Mikasas. It's not. It's Lancaster. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm telling you, when I saw it, I said, ooh, this is something I would absolutely collect. I cannot collect one more thing in my life, okay? Let's be reasonable. Somebody else can have it. It's a beautiful platter. It's very large. Let me see. I think it's 13 inch. Yep, it's 13 inch by 175. Call out. It's been used and loved. We got a few scratches here and there in some places, nothing major. I don't even think you can see the scratches, okay, because it's been used, and quite frankly, when you put a cake over it, who cares? You're not going to see them. It's not super expensive, but apparently it's very collected. Okay, so Lancaster glass, blue dogwood. It's a beautiful pattern. They did bowls, plates, I think they have vases. They have platters that are non-fooded. They have big bowls. I've seen those. What else did I see in that pattern? I think I saw a basket too, a glass basket. The kind of stuff that they were making back then. Isn't it cool? It's a very large plate. Okay, so let's do some jewelry. I have some very nice pieces in jewelry. Let me start with the earrings. I have a thing for pearls, but this is not pearls. And one of the brands of pearls, faux pearls, glass bead pearls that I really like is Marvella. Marvella did absolutely beautiful pearls, but Marvella also did absolutely amazing jewelry, and I have a few pieces of Marvella jewelry outside of the pearls, in addition of the pearls. This is so cool. This is very similar to what I'm wearing. It's a cluster. These are cluster earrings from the 1960s. So you're looking at AB glass beads, and those are not glued. They all wired onto the backing. So let me show you a close-up so you can see them a little bit better. And in particular, I'm going to show you how they are made. So here's the front, here's the side. They are clip-ons, okay? Here's the back with the Marvella signature right here. And you see this plate in the back that's very reminiscent of West Germany jewelry, right? All of those beads are basically wired onto the back plate. You're not going to feel the wire, it's not going to hurt you, okay? But that's how they are made. All of those beads are basically like a half a necklace or a little bit of a strand, and then it is wired. They're wired together, and then it's wired to the back. They are phenomenal. Almost kept them. So the ones I'm removing right now are very old, and they are, I believe, Hong Kong. So I love clusters. Okay, so these are the clusters I'm currently wearing. I think clusters are very elegant. All right, very, very elegant. So remember, if you're afraid they're going to hurt because you're not used to wearing clip, you take your lobe and you pull it, and you insert your clip. Oh, they're fantastic. Look at that. Sophia, you should keep them. Look at this. So it's not rhinestones, it's AB beads, okay? And it gives you just enough sparkle, but it's not too much. You can definitely wear them at work. Look at these. What do you think? Aren't they beautiful? I think they're very elegant. I like those. Why am I not keeping you? Considering I have a necklace to match. I don't know. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because I have about 30 pair of clusters. I don't need another cluster. Marvella. 1960s. This is a brand, okay? This is not a nobody, okay? Marvella cluster earrings from the 60s. They are fabulous. They really are fabulous. Okay, let me put my Hong Kong back on. Here we go. You see how I pull my lobes? And then you can buy the, again, you can buy the little cushion thing, okay? But the pulling of the lobe really, really works. Okay, pendant. Oh no, another one, you recognized it. Okay, what are we looking at? We're looking at Limoges Castel. This is gold plated, and we are looking at a pendant. I don't have a chain, so you have to use one of your chain. This is a courting couple, 24 karat gold on the couple, the stamp. It's not hand painted, and then the rest is, I believe, 14 karat gold. Let me show it to you. It's signed in the back. This is a very nice pendant. It's 1 inch and almost 1.25 inches. It looks black, and to the naked eye, it's going to look black. But depending on how the light hits it, in particular daylight, it's actually cobalt blue. And here is the back. The back, you have a stamp that says Limoges, made in France, and we have the stamp right here. Okay, so this is porcelain with a cobalt blue with a stamp of a courting couple, and all of this that you see right here is gold plated. It's got a very nice bail. Here's the bail. Okay, so you can put a relatively thick chain on this, and then the bail has, you can push it in a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. I would not bother with that. I would just pass a chain through it. I have a necklace, but this is basically what it would look like. Okay, isn't it pretty? It's very pretty. How old is this? 60s. It's not super old. Okay, 1960s, vintage Limoges Castel. The last one I had in the shop was a brooch, I believe, right? Wasn't it a brooch? It was oval. So if you bought the brooch, here's the pendant. It's got some weight to it because it is a big porcelain, I'm going to say a coin, right? Limoges Castel. Cobalt blue. This is a very dark cobalt blue. I'm telling you, you got to look at it in daylight, and you would see that it is. Don't mind my washing machine, okay? I have a hot mess today. It is actually cobalt blue. All right, so that's all I have for you this week. So you tell me down below, which ones are your favorite? Is it this or the Marvella? I can tell you this is my favorite this week. Or is it the teacup, another one of my favorite this week, and the platter? Tell me down below. All of the items I just featured will be in the shop tomorrow, December 5th at 5 p.m. If you can't find them right away, you have to go by categories. So clearly this will be in vintage crystal, this will be in teacup and china, this will be in actually teapots and teacups, this will be in teapots and teacups, This will be in pottery. The Baba Yaga, I could put her in pottery, but I'm gonna keep her in vintage kitchen. Okay, she's gonna go to vintage kitchen. The Lenox vase will be in vintage decorative items, and then the platter, the Lancaster blue dogwood platter, will be in vintage glass. So go straight to the categories and you'll see them there. I would keep that too, but Lord knows I don't need another vase. Okay, this house is slowly becoming a museum of all the things that I could not sell or did not want to sell. Anyway, I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video and everything I featured today. Don't forget to subscribe right here in the corner. Shop link right here down below. And I promise I will not do my laundry again as I am filming, so that way you don't get to hear the machine in the background. Okay. Thank you for supporting my shop, and thank you for all of you who shopped small for Small Business Saturday, which is the Saturday after Black Friday. I have a lot of you who went into the shop to support my little business and shopped small instead of giving all of your money to big corporation. Think about shopping small, shopping vintage for this holiday season. I am sure that you have folks in your family who would much appreciate something with history like this than random store, random item, okay, that were not made to last. I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.